the plate.
Welcome back to another episode. Are you listening? It's your boy T-Rod.
It's your girl Lyric, my niece.
Before we get started, happy homecoming week, Central State, man. I hope y'all outside, y'all having fun, y'all being safe. But we're here for a special day. Mental Health Day was yesterday. I don't know if everybody knew, but we're here to showcase it. We're here to talk about it. We're here to talk about the stigma that's mental health and the things around that nature. And we got two special guests to help us with that. Introduce yourself.
Hey, I'm Anaya, a junior, and I'm from East Michigan.
Hey, I'm Jordan. I'm a sophomore and I'm from Dayton, Ohio.
So before we get into the questions, I just want to break down what mental health is. Mental health is basically the emotional, the physical, and the social well-being of our mental health, affecting how we think, act, and determining how we handle our stress, and much more.
Okay, well, we're going to get straight into it, man. Can you share your personal journey with mental health and how it shapes you?
Okay. I feel like before coming to college, mental health wasn't something I really thought too much about. It was like, oh, okay, sometimes you're happy, sometimes you're sad. But like at the end of my freshman year of college, I was like, oh, wait, hold it. You have harder days, you're stressing more, like your mental is affecting your day-to-day life. So you gotta figure that out before you can do anything with those classes.
For sure.
Personally, I feel like I'm still on my journey for like mental health, like still trying to like figure myself out and stuff like that. I feel like it shaped me because I feel like now I'm just preparing myself for when I actually like become an adult. Like I feel like I'm a young adult right now, and I feel like right now I'm just preparing myself for when I do have bad days and when I do have like extremely good days, like preparing myself for the worst basically.
For sure. I can piggyback off of both of y'all. Like, I feel like I didn't understand mental health to adulthood, like being overwhelmed, things around that nature, and really taking care of myself and being at peace. I didn't realize that until I got older and came to college, because it's a lot of stuff that factors into your mental health. If your mind ain't right, you can't do nothing.
Right.
For sure. So that's kind of my journey. I feel like I'm getting better in my journey and finding my peace in terms of that, because I get mad super easy.
Yeah.
But just meditation and talking to myself in prayers, for real, praying helps a lot for me.
For sure. I'll say for me, my mental health journey, of course I'm still taking it right now. When I first got to college, I still really didn't understand like myself and why I was having so many different emotions. I mean, I'm away from home. This is a new start for me. I didn't know anyone. I just came along basically. I had days when I was down, some days I was up, but I couldn't really explain my days when I was down because I didn't know what was going on. Mm-hmm. So really, I just take time to myself for real. Like, you know.
Do you feel like you're getting better with it?
I do feel like I'm getting better with it. Some days are harder than others, which is normal, but I'm working through it. It's an everyday process, you know?
For sure.
So, how important is self-care and maintaining good mental health, and what practices do you find helpful?
Yeah. Self-care, for me personally, I believe if you look good, you feel good. That should be enough. So even if I don't have nothing to do, I'll just get dressed just to make my mood a little better. So I'll rather that be me and my hair done, going for a drive, or journaling. Those are things I like to do.
Okay.
Self-care.
I would say like spending time by yourself. Like I feel like that's a big part of self-care. I feel like the stuff that I like doing and the hobbies that I like doing with my friends, I should also enjoy doing it by myself.
Sure.
So I feel like right now I'm just getting used to like doing things by myself. Like I don't like eating in the caf. I don't used to like eating in the caf by myself. And this semester I've been in the caf like 5 times by myself, and it's not that bad. It's really not that bad.
Sure.
But like I feel like once you find joy in like being by yourself, then like the days that you be by yourself and it be real bad, they're not gonna be so bad no more because you're comfortable like being by yourself.
You need a friend.
Yeah, instead of being around other people all the time.
Do your friends understand like self-care and you being alone, having to be alone?
I feel like me and my friends is like in a battle with our own personal mental health and then being around each other all the time. Like I feel like me and my friends, we was around each other all freshman year every day. And now that we all in different orgs, we do different things, we get jobs, it's hard trying to find space to spend time with each other. instead of like, oh, you being fake or you being weird. Whole time it's just I need a day to myself because I've been doing all this all day. So I feel like me and my friends is clashing a lot because we both trying to figure each other out and figure ourselves out.
I definitely agree with that. I feel like it's a clash because it's hard finding a balance, right? Because it's not a lot of time to finding the balance and understanding that having a balance and me just not being with you all the time, that can be my self-care because I struggle with just trying to do too much for everybody else and I forget that I am a person. I gotta do this and my self-care could be watching TV, like, cause I'm always out on the move. Like, if you know me, I'm always out on the move doing things. Me being by myself, being to myself and just chilling with my girl sometimes can be self-care. But it's just like, it's hard because you got those friends that's like, oh, you fake, you this, you that, because you're not with somebody every single day. Because if you truly is my friend, I ain't gotta be with you every single day for you to understand that I need time to myself to figure out what the hell I got going on. We doing school, we balancing a podcast, we got balancing life, like we try to figure shit out.
Right.
You know, that's where it becomes hard. It is a clash for me too, I definitely agree.
I agree too, but I think with my friends, like, as we got older, because the friends that I got now were my friends since I got here, we actually got to know each other and we understand, like, we actually have times when we sit down and like, okay, what's going on with you? Like, are you good this week? You know, like, what's going on? And we understand that we need a long time, you feel me? Like, you know?
Yeah, that's good that you got people around you can do that with.
Yeah. But for me, I say my self-care would be like getting my hair done. I love getting my hair done. It makes me feel good all the time. Like, when my hair not done, I feel a mess, like I'm down. I feel like that's when I'm in the worst mood. You know what I'm saying? But when my hair is done, it just keeps me in a good vibration. Like, I feel better about myself. So.
Shit, to add on to that, I feel like for men, the barbershop is self-care. Now, you feel me? I feel like the barbershop is self-care. Like you say, you like having your hair done. When the nigga at his low, he ain't got his hair done, he got his hair cut. I feel like that's good. Just being able to take care of yourself and be self-care for sure. All right, we'll go on to our next one. What are some common misconceptions about mental health and what would you like to debunk?
People who deal with mental health are always sad, or crazy for dealing with mental health, or people that believe that their trauma is what they've been through is what they have to continue to go through. So that's like a big one. And I feel like they always have to stay in that place because you've been there before you can get out of it. So realizing that you be bigger than what has been.
I feel like something that I want to debunk about mental health is like how they put gender roles on feelings. Like, I feel like just because a woman feels a feeling and it's in society is perceived as, oh, that's what a man's supposed to feel. Like, no, if she feel that way, that's how she feels. Yeah. And I feel like vice versa as well for like men, like this whole like men can't cry. What? Like, I feel like that's insane. Like, the same way that women should be able to like pour their hearts out to their friends, I feel like men should be able to do the same thing. Like, if I go to my best friend right now and cry to her on the phone about anything, I feel like, man, if you cry to your friend, you cry to your friend. Like, you're going through it. Like, if you break it down, you break it down. Like, I don't like the whole gender roles on, oh, this is how a girl's supposed to feel, this is how a boy's supposed to feel. It's feelings is feelings.
It's a lot easier said than done since the beginning of time, especially for men. We was raised that way and wired that way. I can speak for myself. I feel like being in the black rural community, you are raised like that. And some people don't got fathers and shit like that. But if you do have a father, my dad was hard. So it's like, you crying, maybe he'll up. Like, it's shit like that. So it's easier when you have women that come into your life that is saying, like, you should do this, you should do that. It's not easy because we are adults trying to figure it out. So it's like when it does happen, it's hard to try to adjust and be vulnerable because men don't like being vulnerable, period. So it's just hard coming into that. But I think some misconceptions that we also face too is just like how teenagers just have mood swings. They not going through that. Teenagers just got mood swings and all that nature. And believe it or not, 14% of 9 to 15-year-olds are facing suicide. People are dying every single day because we keep trying to debunk teenagers not having real feelings and going through shit. Because it might look like good parenting you, it might not be good parenting your child. And people don't see that all the time.
For sure. I'll say I can relate to that too. I'll say definitely that teens are just feeling just what they're feeling. We all have emotions, we go through things, we experience stuff that we not necessarily talk about to everyone. You know what I'm saying? There's some things you keep to yourself, keep hidden down inside, and Also, I'll say a therapist. Like, you don't always have to talk to a therapist, but I do recommend it. Like, it's a good option, but you don't always have to talk to a therapist. You can find them like a close friend maybe or something. You know what I'm saying? They always say like, oh, go get help from somebody that doesn't know you. But for some people, getting help from somebody that does know you is better. That's just what I feel like.
And then just people make mental health a weakness.
Yeah.
That you just are weak if you going through some shit. And it's like, this is why people don't talk to people. When people are dying, people are committing suicide, because it's like when people are going through shit, they don't know who to look to, because it's like everybody is making fun of it. Oh, you're weird as hell, nigga. You're not going through that, like stuff like that. And it's like we have to start uplifting mental health and talking to people, like being able to be ears for people, because you never know whose life you're saving.
That's what I'm saying, for sure. Do you think your surroundings, your peers, affect your mental health?
Right.
Absolutely. I feel like if you involve too many people within your circle, you're gonna start draining yourself out much more than you realize. So I feel like you gotta keep people around that you know are on the same mental space that you are. Yeah, everybody have their day where they are more sad than usual, but you also want to keep those people that know how to get out of those moods and can lift themselves back up around you.
For sure.
Yeah, I feel like you are what you hang around to a certain extent. To a certain extent, I believe that. And I feel like I have to be around people who care about my mental health just as much as I care about theirs. Like, the people that I'm friends with, we care about each other's mental health. So I feel like I'm gonna always check up on my friends, because I know how I be. I know how I be, like, have days and stuff like that. So I feel like you really gotta surround yourself with people who care about you just as much as you care about them. Like, it can't be one-sided.
For sure.
I 100% agree, because it's like, you gotta be around people with the same kind of goal, that's on the same level as you, that's trying to do the same thing you're trying to do. Because if you around bum ass niggas and you trying to uplift yourself, they're gonna bring you down. And people don't like saying it. It's like, oh, I can do this, they can be doing this on the other side, and I could be doing this. But it's like, it affects you. You're just, it's not affecting you now, it's going to affect you. You have to surround yourself around bosses or queens, whoever you're trying to be around, to get to the betterment of your goal. Because people don't got the best interest in you at all. And you gotta look for people that got the best interest in you and that's trying to uplift you. So your peers 100% affect your mental health.
I definitely agree 100% with all of you. I personally had to remove some people out of my life because I started to notice an energy shift within myself. So you ever notice, like, you hang around certain people and it's like you feel a way. Like, you're not necessarily uncomfortable, but you just know, like, something off. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's very important. I don't think a lot of us pay attention to the signs. Like, okay, this person isn't healthy for me. Not knowing that later down the line, this person could potentially affect what you have going on within yourself. Like, you're changing your character almost.
Right.
Like, you're connecting, you're joining to this person. So what the energy that they have is now on you. So now y'all as a whole bad energy. So you just, it's just bad. I definitely agree.
I feel like people are scared to see the signs, to your point. And I went through that too,
friends.
right? Yeah, I went through that too. Like, seeing friends that I see they keep doing the same fried shit, but and my friends, we gonna get through, we gonna figure out, we friends, you my nigga, you my brother. But it's like, we don't wanna see those signs because you don't wanna stop being friends with that person.
Right.
Sometimes it's hard to lose a friendship, but it's also beneficial to your success. But people don't like seeing it, that's what I'm saying. People,
I think we need to, like, learn to separate those people that are like, okay, you separate the people that are this kind of energy, and this kind of energy. Just because you don't want to just fall into just one. And now you got all of what their nasty stuff going on, all they ickiness is all on you now. You don't even realize that. Now your mental health down, you're trying to figure out why you're so sad in December and you never were sad in December. And it's because you start hanging with this new crowd of people.
Right, just being okay with separating. I think that's the biggest thing I can get out of everybody that said, being okay with separating. Knowing that everybody does not have to be your friend. And y'all can go y'all separate ways, it's healthy.
For sure.
Okay, what are some effective strategies for managing stress, anxiety in our paced modern world?
Taking time alone to self-reflect and think, okay, this is all that I got going on. I'm stressed, I'm mad more than usual, I'm irritated. Taking some time to yourself. Like, just give yourself some time to realize what's going on, how can I improve it, what brings me peace, and those things.
Sure.
I know that some people think it's weird, but, like, talk to yourself. Like, when I was little, I used to watch my mom talk to herself all the time, and I used to ask her, like, what are you talking about? And my mom would really just, like, get in the car when she picked me up after school and, like, talk her day through. like by herself. Like she'll be talking to herself about her own day, like what happened at work. I used to always like think it was funny. But now that like I'm in college and I be going in my room and I be talking to myself through the day, like I did this today, like I feel like in a way like it's calming. Like to hear what I did today, like because I'm hearing well you weren't productive as you was yesterday. You can be more productive. Like I'm just learning from myself every day. Every time I get to talk to myself through like my own issues or my own problems, like what I did today.
I think writing down stuff for me is big. Writing down things, like writing down my schedule or things I gotta do. I done got into that a little bit this year because I found myself forgetting things and just not being able to manage everything that's going on in my life, which causes stress. So writing stuff down. Also listening to music. Music is my biggest thing. I love music. I can listen to any type of music and I feel like that calms me down. And I feel like I'm going through a lot or I'm stressed about something. Or just meditation. Meditation can be good. People might say it's cliche, but for real, like black people, meditate. Meditate. You never know till you try it. You knock something till you try it. And then just managing your social media time. Being on social media all the time is not good for you. I know people don't want to hear that. I know y'all go to TikTok for y'all lay down. I do it my damn self. But sometimes just being on social media all the time is not beneficial for you.
For sure. I say for me, journaling. Like I believe you said that in the first question. Yeah, journaling for me, just writing down everything basically. Listening to music, just understanding myself for real. Like that's the best I could give for that. That's what I do for myself. Like,
What's like y'all go-to song?
Nita Baker, 365 days.
Is this song you just played?
Yeah, I love Anita. That's my favorite, probably my favorite artist of all time. Just slow, mellow down, wind down type music. That's what I like.
I don't have a go-to song.
You gotta go to something you like. Yeah, something you like listening to.
What do I listen to? Let me see. I don't think I have a go-to.
What about that Ride 49?
Oh, y'all love that. Rock for now. That's my song.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
How important is alone time for you? And how often do you self-reflect?
A long time. So I'm the only child on my side. So me personally, I could take a long time, and it won't like bother me or won't make me feel like, oh, I'm missing out or oh, my friend did. But a long time for me personally, I'll decide, okay, hey, a lot is going on, or this situation I just reacted upon, I shouldn't react like that. Let me think about it, reanalyze, and then come back to it like, okay, maybe I should do this.
I feel like a long time is important, but like I don't think I'd be alone by myself a lot. Like I don't think I figured out how to be by myself yet. So I feel like I be taking advantage of the time that I have alone, and I'd rather just spend it with other people. Like I like being around a lot of people all the time, 24/7, and then the only time by myself is when I'm going to sleep.
That's real. I feel it's very important. I self-reflect a lot. I'm very critical of myself. So throughout my day, or if I'm planning things, or if I have events planned, things like that, I'm critical of myself. So I self-reflect every single day about my day. And a long time, I don't really have too much of a long time because I got a girl, so it's like a long time for her. But when I do have my long time, man, I'll be chilling. I love a long time. I'm a little bit of an introvert with extrovert. Like, I'm okay with not being in everybody's face and sitting down by myself and chilling and being by my lonely. I can be like that. Yeah. But I also can do both. I love being outside. I love being with my people. But it's got to be a time when I'm ready to do that.
Yeah. I really enjoy my alone time. I think that's just the way I was, like, how I just was brought up. I was really the only girl growing up. Like, I had younger girl cousins, but, like, I was older, if that, you know. Yeah. So, I was really around, like, a whole bunch of, like, my older cousins, and they were boys. And I didn't have nobody my age, so I always would just play by myself or just be by myself. Even now, like, when I'm going through things, I just be by myself. I need time to, like, actually understand what's going on with me. And I self-reflect. Every week at the end of the week, I self-reflect, like, all right, Mary, you did this today. What did you do on Monday? Why did that make you feel this way when it came to Wednesday? Like, I have to understand myself. So each week, I'm, like, criticizing myself almost, too, because it's like, okay, you can do this better next week. And, like, I just need my alone time. Like, I need to understand myself. I feel like every day we're changing, so you need to evaluate yourself every day for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to take time to yourself to understand yourself.
I got a question for you, partner.
What's that?
So I heard you saying, like, you go through things alone. Do you feel that you have to go through things alone? Do you prefer going through things alone, or do you feel like you can talk to people, or you got people you can trust and talk to?
I'm just now starting to feel like I got people I can talk to, but I think I prefer to go through things alone because I had to go through things alone. Because it was a point in time where it's like my mom would be going through stuff, and I didn't want to lay my problems on her because I saw what was going on with her was already affecting her. Then my brothers, like I didn't have a close relation with them. So it was just always lyric, like you got yourself. So I think I'm just more comfortable. But now that I have like the friends that I have, I'm more willing to like open up to them and talk and get advice because sometimes lyric don't get lyric the right advice. So you know what I'm saying? I just need a little so
Hey, people won't even admit that. Like, just listen to yourself sometimes. You be like, damn, I'm giving myself some badass advice.
you never did.
Yeah, for sure. Respectful. Can you explain the connection between physical and mental health? And how does one affect the other?
Mental health affects everything. Let's just start there because think about it. If you go to work and you already got the mindset, oh, I don't want to be here. I wish I didn't come in. This is about to be the worst day ever, worst shift. Physically, you're not performing well. You're just there being real sluggish, being lazy, just ready to go. So honestly, I feel, and then vice versa. If you're an athlete and physically you're like, dang, I am tired. Now you didn't train your brain. Your brain is like, dang, we don't want to be here. So what are we doing?
For sure.
Yeah, I feel like when you're not in the right mental space, like it makes you lose weight, and I feel like that's how it affects like your physical health. Like when I be going through it, I be noticing like my weight be fluctuating up and down, and it's like you be realizing like, dang, you didn't eat today, and then like 4 days go by, you still ain't ate. Like that's how I be.
Yeah, people don't understand that the mind and body are connected in one. To all of your points, if one is not on the right track, everything else is gonna fail. So it's like if your mental state, if you're not right mentally, figure out what you're struggling with mentally so you can figure out your problem so it's not affecting your physical outcome. And it's like even with your physical traits, if you feel you're having trouble with your physical, make sure your mental good. You have to have one of both. You have to be able to connect both because without either one, you will not function in life.
You have to have, so your mental is everything. So if your mental is down, of course your physical is going to be down. Just based off like the last question, the long time, you got to take that long time to make sure you're right, you're okay in your head. You know what I'm saying? Because that affects literally everything. Not wanting to go to class, need to go to class, school, not cheat.
Go to class.
Not wanting to eat, that's not healthy. You have to eat what they say, 3 meals a day at least. Like, you know, when you start seeing yourself not doing that, you have to like check in on yourself. All right, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? Force yourself. Try oatmeal, salad.
Say oatmeal.
Oatmeal good.
Oatmeal is good. What's your favorite oatmeal?
Maple brown.
You said strawberry.
How you gonna judge?
Maple brown sugar.
Hell nah, apple.
Oh, I was like, ew.
Apple crazy.
Nah, you.
I don't discriminate. It's all being hate.
No way you said apple.
That's cool.
What are some potential warning signs or red flags that indicate someone might be struggling with their mental health?
I feel like if you look at it from a college standpoint, say you got a friend that they always go to class, they always on time, they always getting their work done, all of a sudden you're not coming to class, you're not getting nothing done, I'm not seeing you, and when I do see you, you just seem real irritable, I don't think something wrong. Or also if they personality change out of nowhere, as well as they do, you'll be like, yeah, let me check in on you, what's going on? Or if you start partying out of nowhere, like, I got a quiet friend, she don't go nowhere, she just like to be in her room, that's just what she like. And all of a sudden I'm seeing her at every party, I'm looking like, wait, what's going on?
Right.
What I miss?
For sure.
I feel like, yeah, there can be like obvious signs, but I feel like you can just never know. Like people can be happy, you never gonna know that they sad or they be going home crying every day. People can be mad. Like I feel like you never know people and their actions. I feel like the best thing you can do is just check in on people. Like I feel like if you around people and you got the right circle, y'all should be checking in on each other. And they don't have to be on no everyday thing, but it's just like, even if my friend's personality did change, why would I go and assume that like, oh, maybe you're depressed. What if you just evolve it? Like, what if you just becoming the person you always want to be? And I'm thinking you're depressed. Like that's why I feel like you just gotta check in on people. Like, oh, how was your week? Whole time they just gonna tell you like, oh yeah, I did this today. I'm changing this week. Like, and they feeling better about themselves. So like, I feel like you just gotta check in on your people. For sure.
I definitely agree with that because you'll never fully know what somebody's going through unless you know your friend and you know signs and you know the things that your friends do. But you'll never fully know. And check-ins, like you said, check-ins. For me, just checking on your mental health, checking on your friend, and having the right people around you that know that, okay, you need to check in, knowing the well-being of your people around you, because you'll never fully know. But if you do see the signs, don't encourage the signs. Make sure you're talking about it. Make sure you're able to address your friend, give your friend a criticism like, what are you doing? You don't do this. This ain't normal.
Yeah.
Things around that nature, like being able to hold your friend accountable and help them understand this ain't you and find the proper help.
For sure. I'll say a red flag is definitely body language. Like you can just tell a lot from somebody's body language. And I'm big on energy. Like I can feel like a shift of energy like in a person, especially if I know like we don't talk all the time, you know what I'm saying? But like if I'm hooked, I can feel that. Like okay, it's something like, you know, like I'm real big on energy. So I think that'd be like that's just something.
Nah, hell nah, that's real though, because some people can just feel energy to be able to read rooms and know the people, even if you don't talk to somebody every
like
day.
something wrong.
But you know you don't like that.
Yeah, you ever seen somebody like acting, you don't know them, but you know something wrong, so it's like you want to act like you good.
Like they giving like real.
Yeah, like you good.
Yeah, like people used to see on campus, and they just will start moving extra weird, like that's just not them. Like you don't move like this. Like just being able to check in, because even if you don't know the person or not all the way locked in, being able to know someone and check in, like you never know who you're helping, and even asking if you're okay, that can help somebody's day and brighten their day.
Definitely.
For sure.
Just give somebody a shoulder.
Are there any common misunderstandings about therapy that you would like to address?
Yeah, I feel like in certain communities, people will view therapy like, oh, it doesn't help, or oh, it's not really the best thing to do because maybe they went and they tried it one time and it just didn't work for them. I do feel like when it comes to therapy, therapy probably doesn't work for everyone, but it works for people who want it to work for them. So you have to actually give what you put in, but a lot of people that help.
I definitely agree. I feel like it just depends on the person. Like it just depends on if you're a person that like therapy. And I feel like people you can pick who your therapist is. Like when I went to therapy, you can literally pick like, oh, I want a young black woman. Oh, I want an old black woman. Like you can pick the ethnicity, like gender, all that. You can pick what type of therapist you want for the type of person like you imagine yourself talking to, so that you can get the better outcome. I feel like people just be brushing it off like, oh, it's not gonna work. What I'm gonna do talking to a stranger? The whole time you're not even trying. Like I done been through a lot of therapists. I done tried all different types of therapists, all different genders, ethnicities. Like some of them help, some of them different. I feel like you just gotta try it and see if it's a you thing. If it's not, then just try something else. Like
I feel I was one of those people that tried to downgrade therapy till I actually had to do it. And it's like people don't talk about, as a person, sometimes even talking to somebody that you personally know, sometimes some things that you're going through, you're uncomfortable with saying to somebody that you personally know. So it's a safe space with a therapist that is licensed, and the person don't know you. It's a non-judgment. It's not a judgment. And it's like, even if you're talking to somebody that you personally know, it's always going to be judgment there. They might not show it all the time, but it's always going to be judgment. But sometimes talking to somebody that's not related to you, or somebody that you know, can help you really grow mentally. But people don't say that. And I feel like it's a knock on therapy. I don't know why, especially in black families, like black households. I went through it, so I get it. Black households, like we're not educated enough on therapists, so we try to downplay. Every time we're not educated on something, we downplay what it is instead of getting the help. We're trying to find the resources to help ourselves.
Right. I would say, I think I said this a little earlier, talking to somebody that's like, that doesn't know you. Like, for example, for me, like I was going through a hard time last semester, and I met Dr. Hunt through my mentor, and didn't know her from a can of paint. She don't know me. I just expressed like everything I was going through, talk to her, and she really helped. You know what I'm saying? So definitely talk to somebody that doesn't understand you, but maybe somebody that does look like you, so you can feel comfortable and they can understand maybe like where you're coming from. You know, definitely talk to somebody that doesn't know you. Definitely helps. So I can say, for me, I should say yeah. But it definitely helps. Like they give you a whole other perspective on things. Like even if it's a perspective that your mom gave you and you want to hear it, or your friend, but it just feel better coming from somebody else you don't know, because now you're gonna look at it like, okay, I didn't think about it like that because this is somebody that doesn't know you. You know what I'm saying?
It's good. It's good.
How can individual support help people who may be struggling with mental health without overstepping boundaries?
You can help somebody by allowing this person to know not only are you here for them, but you're listening and you understand. So I feel like everybody want to be heard, but not everybody want to understand. So if I feel like you're not understanding me, I'm not going to want to listen to you. You're not understanding what I'm saying. So just to understand policy.
I feel like you just gotta ask, like whoever is going through it, like I feel like you gotta ask them what they want out of it. Like I feel like when I'm talking to people, or when you wanna go back to somebody, sometimes I don't want you to always give me a response back. But I feel like nobody communicates that like, I just wanna talk, but I don't want you to say nothing back. I don't want you to
Bringing me problems, I'm gonna try to figure out the solution for you. But I am starting to learn, not everybody wants a solution.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just want to be heard, and I'm starting to realize that I didn't understand that. Like, nigga, don't come to me if you don't want me to tell you the real. I'm too real. It can be a good and a bad thing. And sometimes in that moment, your people don't want to hear that. And to everybody's point, just checking in with people. I feel like that can help with not overstepping. Just checking in, asking how your day is. Again, you never know how long that will go. Like, you never know how far that will go. And sometimes that helps people. Like, even if it's somebody you don't know, you don't got to overstep everybody's boundary. All you got to do is just ask how they are, check in, and go from there.
So me and T-Rob are both social work majors. We actually have the same classes.
Gang.
social work major.
Nikita Jackson, that's our professor for General Practice 1. She told us basically like, when working with clients and stuff, you know, not saying that we got clients, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, for sure.
Just try to like understand where they're coming from. Put yourself in their shoes. Not saying like, or you're agreeing or you're disagreeing. Just try to understand where they're coming from. Though the way that they're coming, you might not like understand it fully, or might not have been a step you would have took. Just try to put yourself in their shoes. That's what people want to hear. And it's not necessarily that they should just hear what they want to hear, but that's what people need sometimes. They don't always want to hear that strict advice. You know what I'm saying? So just listen.
Just being there
Be a
for somebody. Being a shoulder, being an ear, all of that.
Being present.
Being present, that's big. Do you believe in positive affirmations for yourself? If so, could you share some?
Absolutely. I feel like on days that I'm having really, really bad days, and I even say to my friend, she was just telling me that she'd be mad when I say it to her, but I always ask her, like, what's something good that happened today? Like, you know, every day not going to be a good day, but what is a good thing? And I'll be like, okay, yes, this happened, all bad. But, okay, I woke up today, or okay, I went to class, I got a good grade on this test. So, just little things that can still brighten your day.
For sure.
I feel like, again, it's a people's thing. Like, it just depends on the type of person you are. But I feel like they don't work because I'm not consistent with it. Like, I feel like with all mental health things, you're going to have to be consistent in what you want so that you can get the results that you want. So I feel like I'm not really consistent in positive affirmations. Like, I'll start for like 1 week. After that 1 week, I'll be done. And then it just fall right back off, and I feel like it's not helping me. And I just think I'm not consistent in it.
Why do you feel like you can't finish it?
I don't know, like, I be having the motivation, it be the motivation. Like, I wake up and I have my list of affirmations and I write it down and I do it in the morning before class like that whole week. And then that second week come and it just be bad. Like, I can just tell, like, this week gonna be bad. Like, I can feel the energy on Monday and my week gonna be bad, and then the affirmations just stop. Like,
I think you should. The power of the tongue is so real. So if you speak good and positive into the next week, then your next week is going to be good for you. Why do you feel like, why are you inconsistent with it? Like, why do you feel like you can't learn? You know?
I don't know.
Is this something, if you want to though?
Do I want to do positive affirmations?
Yeah, for yourself.
It's kind of like an on and off thing.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, okay, yeah, I can get up and tell myself I look beautiful every day, but do I really, this would be the problem. Do I really feel this way, or am I convincing myself that I feel this way?
Exactly.
So I'd be like, oh, yeah, I wake up like, oh yeah, you're beautiful today. Do I be convincing myself that like I really look beautiful, or like, am I just telling myself that?
But the more you tell yourself, the more you're going to start to feel that.
And believe it. And just put it on yourself and be able to know that you're beautiful. Calling yourself beautiful, the more, like she said, the power of the tongue. The more and more you say it, the more and more you're going to believe. You have to walk it like you're talking. You got to be able to understand that. It doesn't matter if the next motherfucker don't think it. You got to believe that. Self-confidence is the biggest thing, and that's one of my affirmations I was going to give you. I was going to give you 2 affirmations. I'm going to give you self-confidence and perseverance. Self-confidence for me, being able to be confident in myself in whatever I do and whatever room I walk in. I feel like I have an advantage in everything that I do because people are looking to me to handle it and see the person I am. Because without being confident in yourself, ain't nobody gonna have confidence in you.
Yep.
And it starts with you. And persevering, like persevere, be able to go through any situation, any storm, knowing you're gonna get back up. You're gonna have hiccups a lot. You're gonna have to pivot. Pivot, you're gonna have to do whatever you gotta do to get out the mud. And I've always believed in those two things, and I stand on those to this day as a man.
So growing up, I was like very insecure about myself, from skin tone, body shape, hair, everything. So my mom started telling me like, look at yourself in the mirror and tell yourself you're beautiful every day. Every morning you wake up, tell yourself that. When you're having a hard time, it's gonna get better. Just keep putting positive affirmations after everything that went wrong. You know what I'm saying? It might not have been a good day. Tomorrow we're gonna do something else that's gonna make it better than today was. You feel what I'm saying?
It's crazy. Like I had an alumni meeting today, and one thing that stuck with me is my family does it. Vision boards.
Right.
Visioning things and talking about it, speaking it into existence.
For sure.
And I feel like vision boards are very beneficial to everybody. It can be a vision board for the week, it can be a vision board for the year, it can be a vision board for 3 years. Speaking it into existence and giving yourself those type of flowers can elevate you and put you on a whole nother level of being focused.
For sure. I feel like we're all human. So I know it's natural for some people to be real hard on themselves, but you shouldn't be. It's all a journey. Don't rush the journey because you're gonna miss what you did during the journey. You feel what I'm saying? Trying to get to that next spot. So we all human, we make mistakes. You're not perfect. Like it's okay. You're gonna have some bad days, good days.
Does social media affect your mental health and how?
Yes, I feel like positively social media can help. Like, okay, if I'm feeling good today, I post pictures, take pictures for me on mine. It'll boost my confidence a little bit just because that's just how I feel. But like on the aspect of negatively, think about people that's doing stuff bigger than what I'm doing right now, and I see it, I'm like, dang, maybe I should be doing this. So like, I don't know if y'all be seeing it a lot, but like people in real estate that's our age, I'd be like, whoa, you make this, you do this, you do that. I'd be like, dang, I wish I had that kind of money. I wish I was traveling across the world all the time.
Right.
So sometimes that be like getting me down. But like, everybody got their own journey. So
sure.
It's my time. It's my time.
I definitely feel like that. Like I feel like when I'm on social media, it's just everything that I'm not, or everything that I haven't reached yet, or even if I'm like gonna reach that yet. So like when my paycheck got hacked, I didn't follow no famous people. Like all the famous people that like famous female rappers or anybody that I like, I follow like all of them because it just be like I be getting on there looking like I'm trying to get like this, or I guess how much I want to make, realizing like we not gonna have the same journey. But like I don't like social media, but I be on social media. That's the problem. The problem is I really hate social media with a passion, but I be on it. That's the problem. And like I'm hoping that like the phase that I'm in right now is like a phase that I got with social media. Like eventually I'm not gonna need to post or want to post every day. Like I'm hoping like this is a little phase, and when by the time I get a little older and I'm a little adultish, I'm not gonna want to post.
Right.
I feel like it does and it doesn't. Like me personally, I don't look at everybody else's story and what they doing now. I'm a firm believer of staying down till you come up. I'ma be successful.
Amen.
We ain't even gotta worry about me. We gonna be successful. This podcast gonna be successful. I don't look at what everybody else doing because I have a different journey. I'm going to college. And my college journey, I have to stay down till I come up. I'm not gonna be the richest nigga and y'all doing this, that, and that. Y'all gotta do it the hard way. I'm going to school. So I'm okay with just being here because there's benefits to it, and y'all got benefits of being out of school. I'm not gonna knock anybody's what y'all doing, but I don't look at everybody else because it's like not everybody else gonna do what the hell I gotta do, or it's gonna be on the journey I'm gonna be on.
I had to, like you said, I had to unfollow I don't follow nobody no more. Unless I see them, like somebody repost them or something, I don't follow the shade room, none of that. Like if I see somebody post, it's because I'm on my explore page or something, you feel me? I feel like social media shines a light on insecurities for a lot of people, and a lot of people don't realize that. So you're opening up this door for yourself where it's like, dang, I'm doing bad. When really you're doing good for your age. Like me, like I had times I'm thinking like, dang, I ain't doing good in college. We started a podcast, my grades good, like I'm breathing, like you know what I'm saying, I can dress. So
I got a bed to sleep in. I got a shelter, I got food, like
we
shit
normal.
like that.
It's okay to be normal. We gotta normalize being normal. How How can we break the stigma around mental health and have open conversations about it without feeling uncomfortable?
I feel like being around people that you know can also bring out the light and the joy in you. Or also speaking with people that you know, like, okay, say my friend, I know she's not doing the best and I can't personally help her, but I know somebody else that can help her. So being open and welcoming to go with her and say, like, okay, let's go talk to this person too.
I think the same thing. Like, I think it's about like togetherness. Like, I think the problem with my generation and like past generations is like, I feel like society has made it to where like it's every man for themselves, and it's really not like that at all. Like, I feel like we be passing up opportunities and passing up resources. Like, no, it's okay. I feel like people are scared to ask for help now, or people don't want to ask for help, or people don't know how to receive help, and I think that's just crazy. Like, why don't you want help? Like, what's wrong with getting help, no matter what it is? So I feel like togetherness. Like, if everybody could be open about mental health and be like, oh, you going through it, let me help you out, or at least help you to the best of my ability that I can, because I got my own mental stuff too.
Right.
Like, I feel like that's the problem. Nobody want to help each other out. It's just, oh, I gotta do this by myself, I gotta handle this by myself, and it's everybody for themselves, and it's not.
Right.
I'm gonna add on to that. I'm gonna give you something better. Acceptance. And I feel like it starts with acceptance from society and the people that surround you. Acceptance of knowing that people aren't okay all the time. And acceptance of not making people feel bad about not being okay.
Right.
Being able to be, again, a helping hand, an ear, a shoulder. Just knowing that we gotta be better. Like, we gotta be better as a community, as a black community. We all gotta start uplifting each other and accepting that everything's not okay all the time.
Yeah.
And people aren't going to be okay all the time. So instead of downplaying it, uplift people, help people.
I for sure agree. Like, we need to understand that every conversation that we have isn't going to be comfortable, especially when it's something serious, like mental health, for instance. Like, it's okay to have those uncomfortable conversations, but when somebody's coming to you with it, just try to make them feel more comfortable. Like we said in the previous questions. Baby, I forgot what I was going to say.
Alright. But yeah, to her point, just the conversations are going to get uncomfortable. You have to learn how to make people comfortable.
Amen.
And just figure that out.
Being comfortable with being uncomfortable.
There we go. Do you believe relationships have an impact on your mental health? This is my favorite one.
I feel like when it comes to you dealing with, if you really don't understand what you have going on and you're in a relationship with somebody, you're going to start hurting them in ways that you don't even understand. So they'll start thinking, oh, well, what did I do wrong? Like, what is it about me that ruined this? And in reality, they just not okay. So they just got to take their time to figure out what they got going on their own personal journey. Then maybe y'all can come back together.
Right. Because don't deal with a narcissist.
I feel like relationship was definitely, it was personal. I feel like, what's the question again? Oh, do relationships affect your mental health? Yes, I feel like they definitely affect your mental health, because I feel like to a certain extent it's about like the amount of power you let somebody have over you. And I feel like the reason you be going through it, or like say whoever you into it, y'all just going through it, and you're not eating or you're not moving how you normally would move because your feelings hurt about this. And I feel like you just letting that person have power over you, because you should be in control of your mental health. And I feel like that's the biggest thing. Like, I'm trying to figure out right now, like, not letting people have my power. And I feel like that be the problem. I be giving out my power to everybody. And I feel like now y'all in control of my mental health instead of me being in control of my mental health. And now I'm feeling sad because of you. One whole time, I can just get over it.
Giving up your power but protecting your peace. Don't give up your power, protect your peace. You should not be with nobody that stresses you out every single day. I promise you. Do not be with anybody that stresses you out or is not bettering you, because at the end of the day, it's not going to do nothing but fuck you up mentally for the rest of your life. Relationships have such a strong connection because you have a soul tie, you have things around that nature with a person. Do not let somebody take your power or make you feel below yourself. Know your standards, remember your standards, know what you came into a relationship for. Because some people forget that because they call it love. It's not love if you forget the standard that you came into. There you go.
I definitely think relationships affect your mental health 100%. Just because I can relate from my recent situation. I'm going to say that. Energy shift, like I brought up before. You ever been by yourself, right? You just talking to somebody, y'all not having sex or anything, y'all just kicking it, and they're the kind of person like they real chill, they laid back, they nonchalant. But you really a hyper geek person, you're not sad all the time, but then you get with this person, you start having sex, energy start exchanging, and then you become him and he becomes you. Or not even he becomes you, he steals your joy. You know what I'm saying? Or she steals your joy. So now you become intertwined with him or her, and now you're trying to understand why the relationship don't work. And it's because, really, are y'all compatible? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Hey man, my nigga lyric is going crazy.
No shots.
You fired him. You fired him. All right.
Are there any resources or support systems you would recommend for individuals seeking for help in their mental health?
I feel like if you on Central State campus, I recommend going to health centers, they work out your hunt.
Yes.
But if you not, like say you just back home, I would recommend speaking to somebody who get your race, so at least y'all have similar cultural backgrounds. I think you're not something like that in therapy. But like that's real helpful. Going to somebody that can somewhat relate to what you may have went through, and even if they can't relate to someone, you just feel more comfortable with this person.
If you're on Central State campus, I would say definitely looking to get a mentor. Like, okay, I think like you don't have to do everything by yourself, and I feel like everybody should just have like at least one person that they can go to when stuff hit the ceiling fan. So I feel like definitely Crown, they got a mentorship program that's on campus. If you're not on campus, then I feel like again what she said, looking for somebody that you can talk to that you look forward to talking to them, like a therapist if y'all interested or not. But like definitely picking the right friend group and just being around people who can get you what you need.
Yeah, I definitely agree. On Central State campus, having a mentor, having people you can look up to, big brothers, big sisters, things of that nature, people y'all can look up to, that y'all can talk to, that's non-judgmental, and just being in spaces, Dr. Hunt. And then if you're not on campus, there's hotlines. The hotlines you can talk to. If you just want to talk to somebody just so they can hear you, they're not going to talk back. They just going to hear you. So if you want to go through hotlines, talk to people that you trust that you're able to trust, who you're able to talk to. It's a lot of different scenarios. Just talk to somebody. Don't be out here by yourself. Real hard.
I definitely say a mentor, or even just like a big sister, big brother, just someone that can understand you maybe, or even somebody that doesn't, somebody you just feel safe with confiding to maybe. Like T-Rob said, there are hotlines that you can call, you know what I'm saying? You can do your research on that. We'll put that at the end. It's just a lot that you can do. Y'all can talk to me. You can talk to us.
Sure.
We're here.
Sure.
Not gonna judge you.
It might sound cliche, but I promise you, we are open books.
We are.
Y'all can talk to us if y'all know us. Y'all know us. Y'all can talk to us. If y'all need anything, let us know.
Sure.
And that's all we got for all you listening. Before we wrap it up, just remember, talk to somebody. Don't be out here by yourself. There's so many resources here. Use them to the best of your abilities.
And lastly, you're human. It's okay to go through things. Y'all are young. We are young. There's so much life ahead of us. You don't even know what was bad today. Not going to be as bad as that bad day going to be when you're 34. So.
Once again, thank you to our two special guests. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. I know the vibes already listen out.